Hello guys, if you are watching this, make sure you do subscribe and like the video because it took me a while to make. And leave a comment down below if I miss anything important in this video. Today we will be going over the points of why Voxlblade is not dying, and it is simply just the effect of the community. Without further ado, why Voxlblade is not dead. Before talking about the present situation with Voxlblade, we have to get into the past Voxlblades. The two previous attempts at Voxlblade in particular. Now I do not know the first time when Voxlblade released, but I was there for the second release. The second release was just as fun and enchanting as the third. You had a weapon that you could upgrade, quests, guilds, and PvP. But this did not last long because of one problem within the game. This problem was the end game. When you got to the end game, there was not much to do. It was either PvP or PvE, and for the same amount of loot that you got from previous levels. Nothing new. The PvP was a heavy hitter of the second game as well, with the gladiator meta taking over the whole game, and when you went out of a safe zone, you would get lasered in HP. This is what leads to the downfall of the second release of Voxlblade. This was all fixed in the third release of the game. When the third release of Voxlblade was out, it fixed its previous problems and added a new form of endgame, that being dungeons and events. Crafting was also added to the game, and presents to collect endgame gear to help you with efficiency on clearing these dungeons. There was also another thing introduced, dailies. This system is to ensure the player is not locked down one path, giving you 5 SP upon completion of the dailies, so that you can switch your playstyle if you want to. These additions add an extra element to the game, in the sense of what can be done and what the player wants. They completely removed PvP. This is probably to see how the weapon and items they put into the game would do on mobs instead of players first, so that, players don't get one shot while trying to kill a basic bunny by somebody else. With all of that said though, let me go onto the main problems creating this myth that the game is dead or dying. The community. The community of Voxlblade are in support of the game and love the game. Their only problem is patience. Most of the people playing the game are not casual enjoyers. Instead, they are hardcore grinders that enjoy Voxlblade, but have already reached the end game before the next update has come out. Now, end game is not what you might think it is within Voxlblade. The definition of end game within Voxlblade is basically completing your build, which is around level 30 to 40, and it does not mean you reaching level 100. This is the main reason people become impatient, is because they have no other build to go. Wasting SP points to try out something new might be fun, but it's not efficient when you're trying to do the daily Lord Frog True Damage Tenacious Speedy challenge. Talking about efficiency, that brings in another equally important topic, DPS intense builds. These builds are meant to basically kill anything as fast as possible, and before you say anything, I can guarantee that Voxl, I think that's how you say his name, did not intend for players to be doing 700 plus damage with one hit within the first part of the game. The biggest problem is that it is not the weapon, but the armor sets that make this high damage possible. Now, I'm not saying your build should be nerfed, but it should be adjusted to stop the game from getting boring and present the challenge that it was meant to be, where you have to utilize your runes and skills so that you can kill Queen Bee true damage or Lord Frog or double enemies naturally. The third point I have is patience. Most of the players that I see do not have patience. When I make a lobby or enter a lobby, 2 or more people are saying start the dungeon when it's only 7 out of 10 people basically in the dungeon. And another example is Bimble. When Bimble spawns, or when somebody spawns Bimble and not everybody's there yet, there are like 5 people that don't hop off of the Bimble thing to reset the timer when Bimble's patience is literally like infinite basically, and they try to rush it for no reason when everybody can be there and get the participation. These impatient people are the people who can't wait for the next update, so instead of waiting, they think they can get it out faster by trying to instill fear into the Voxlblade team and say the game is dying, when instead it demotivates them to make any type of progress in the game and instead leave it for the myth to become a truth. If you did make it to the end of the video, thank you first of all. This video took me a long time to make, and I appreciate you watching the full length of it. Make sure to subscribe so you don't miss another video. Like this video so that more people can see this video in their recommended, and most importantly, make sure to have a nice day, guys, and see you guys within the next video.